Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Seabass Survives. I'm HiloSeabass, and today, can you guess what we're working on? Can you take one guess? Yep, that's right. We're working on the witch farm. So I am going to get started. Before filming, I collected a bunch of the resources, and about the only thing I don't have enough of is string. So we might run over to the mesa because I know that there's a couple mine shafts right on the surface. Easy way of getting string. Don't have to go hunting for it. So we'll do that, and then we'll get started on the structure of the witch farm. We may not finish this thing today because I also want to spend some time in the nether and try and get some nether skulls because I desperately want a beacon before we attack the majority of our base, just because it involves so much digging. So we're going to work on those couple things today, and I will bring you guys back as soon as I've made a little bit of progress here. All right, so we've made a decent amount of progress on this thing. Actually, I tore the witch hut down itself, not before laying out the 3 spawning platforms that we're going to have. And I've done the first level of redstone and started on the second. So I want to give you an idea of how this thing works. It's basically a tripwire system. And let me say that this isn't my design. If I can remember whose video it was that I saw this design first on, I'll put that in the notes below. But in any case, it's a tripwire system, and the way it works is your witches are going to spawn and immediately trip a wire and cause these pistons to drop and a water flow to basically push the witches down off the side of the platform, and then we will have them fall to their demise down there. But let me get back out of here and I'll try and walk you through the redstone. So tripwire trips basically sends a signal into this piston here, which is pushes this redstone and unlocks the hopper here. And so there's a single item here and it bounces back and forth, and as it does, it unpowers the comparator here, which in turn drops the piston and lets the water flow. So we're going to have 3 floors just like this, and then enclose the whole thing so it's completely dark in there, and then have them drop down below. And then down below we'll have a collection system and eventually a tunnel to take them off. You can barely see it, but those are the iron farms and the bases that way. So eventually we will take them through some ice channels and to the base. But I've still got a lot to go. I've got to finish the redstone on the next 2 platforms and close this thing, figure out the drop situation. And then the other thing is that before this is going to be efficient at all, I've got to get through all these surrounding islands and either tear them out or light them up and see what I can do about caves down below just to get the spawn rates up on this thing. So I'm probably going to bring you back once I've got the redstone done and the shell complete. Alright guys, so I've got the first and second levels pretty much done, and then I've got most of the slabs on the perimeter of the third level done, so we're ready to build the redstone for the third level. And I thought I would run you guys through it just in case you want to build this. Not really a tutorial, but as I'm doing it you can kind of follow along. So the first thing is to just put down regular pistons. Okay, these are going to be what hold the water back until the tripwire is tripped. So we're going to do a row of pistons right here. Okay, and then directly behind that, we're going to put a run of blocks. And the signal is going to come through the comparators, which we're going to place right here. So comparator running along here. And then coming into the back of the comparators, we're going to have the hoppers. So I'm just going to place blocks here and run hoppers this way, and then get back up and we'll run hoppers into these. Alright, let's see. Now this gets tricky so I don't end up in the water. Okay, so let's just clear this out. Okay, so now we want to run hoppers into those, facing into those hoppers, like so. And then you're going to have sticky pistons basically facing towards the hopper, so you can just kind of look at the top of the comparator and place them as you go. Like so. and then redstone blocks. Okay, and then each one of these hoppers needs a single block in it for the timer. You can hear the pistons firing as I'm doing this, so you know that if you have a piston that isn't up, that you haven't put a block in the hopper chain yet. So for instance, that one is down and now it's up. Okay, so that part is done. At this point, basically what we need to do is our tripwire. So we're going to put another row of blocks right here. Okay, and then tripwire hooks on both sides. Alright everybody, so the next step that I recommend you do is to place the water. And the reason I say place the water first is if you've got the tripwires already up, it's tough to get the water in here without potentially breaking the tripwire. So what I do is place the water like so, and then you're ready to string your tripwire hooks, just like this. And once you've got them all, you'll hear them click and you'll see the hooks go down. There's 2 rows, that's good enough. So you can see as you trip it, it activates the water, and they're actually activating 2 pistons at a time. So you can see that right now, because I'm tripping both wires, is tripping 3 pistons. But that's basically the way it works. The next step is I need to get down and dig out our drop channel, figure out what depth I need to take this to for them to die from fall damage. And so we'll work on that. I need to close this up, so I'm going to close this up off camera, and then I'll probably bring you guys back when I'm at the bottom and getting ready to set up the collection system. I did want to mention that in one of the earlier cuts, I only had this channel 1 wide, and in 1.11 you can actually have spiders spawn in here and they'll clog things up. So you need to either make this 3 wide or come up with some other kind of a killing system, or put in slabs to prevent them from spawning, which is going to reduce your productivity. So actually I have a couple ideas. When we get down there below the farm, we may do a row of cactus on the back or some other way of killing the spiders, or maybe just let them drop down. We'll see. But anyway, I'll bring you guys back later on. So I just wanted to show you guys before we take on our first wither what I was up to kind of between working on the witch farm. So I found another, this isn't the original nether fortress that we went to at the first or second episode, but this is really close to the portal that goes to the hidey hole. Where is this guy? There he is. So I've spent a good probably 5 or 6 hours in total. Let me take care of this guy. Yeah, so I've spent a bunch of time down here clearing out some around the fortress itself, tearing some of it down, and then slabbing. I haven't slabbed a ton actually. I've kind of taken out this one intersection and then slabbed in the 4 directions. That one just because that's the way I enter. I've slabbed all the way back, and then slabbed a little bit here. I've got to go further this way, and I've started slabbing in this direction and got a decent amount started back here, but by no means is this thing the most efficient. And then the other thing I did was, let's see if you can see, so I've got 3 spawning platforms here with just a guardrail, so that if I get into a fight with something, that I don't get pushed off into the lava, just in case I don't have a fire resistance potion on me. So anyway, spent a good 5 or 6 hours, and in that time I was able to get 12 skulls. So we're gonna do 1 fight on camera, hopefully successfully, and then the other 3 I'll probably just take care of off camera and not in the normal fight mode. But I'm going to see if that trick works where you lock them up in the nether ceiling. I'm not sure if that still works in 1.11, but hopefully so. But we'll do one battle on camera so you guys can go along with me for that one. Those are always fun and a little nerve-wracking. And then I'll do the other 3, like I said, off camera, and that'll give us 4 beacons, which is a pretty good start, and we'll probably spread those around the base. So I am going to grab everything we need for the fight, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are ready for this battle. So found a spot that's way away from everything in case this gets out of hand, which I've had that happen to me in the past. So hopefully if I die and have to come back, this guy's not going to get to a point where he's going to wreck our hidey hole or our base or anything else that we've worked hard on. So just wanted to give you an idea of what I've got in the way of gear. I've got protection 4 and everything. I've got thorns 2 on the chest plate, and then the sword I've got sharpness 5, knockback 2, and then I've got a power 5 bow with infinity. And then potions wise, we're going to take fire resistance, night vision, speed, and strength 2 pretty much right away. And then to back that up, I've got some golden apples, some milk in case we get withered, and then a couple regen potions. Hopefully that is enough. So let's get this going. Here we go. Get some food down here, and let's start taking our potions. Alright, and then I'm going to get rid of these really quickly and move this stuff down. And here we are. Alright, not too bad. It's probably pretty dark in here. Let me see, did I get, I've got a torch. Let me light this up for you guys, and let me drink some milk, and eat some chicken, and put a torch down so you guys can see. Alright, let's, where is our star? Did we pick it up? Oh, we did. We got it. Alright, so not bad at all. Our gear took a little bit of damage, but not too bad. That was easier than I anticipated. I always get a little bit nervous, like I said, going into these things just because of my experience the first time, which was a train wreck. So I've gotten smarter since then. Let's see, did we uncover any diamonds in here? I don't see any. Yeah. Oh, right there. Let's get our Fortune 3 pick and some blocks. And let's put this stuff away for right now. And let's see what we've got. So 13 there plus the one that we had already. So that's 14. So not a bad haul, plus we've got this star. So I have enough skulls to do, like I said, I've got enough to do 3 more. And I'm going to go ahead and do those off camera, and I'm probably not going to fight him this way. I'm probably going to take him up and try and put him in a position up in the nether ceiling, if that still works, where I don't have to worry about gearing up as much as I can. But anyway, that's a good start, and I think I'll set up a beacon over by the witch farm before I continue working on that, and I'll bring you guys back over for that. Alright guys, I've made a bunch of progress. I've got the farm enclosed, I've got the drop dug down, and I've got hoppers and a chest in place. So functionally it's working. I went ahead and put a AFK platform up above with another portal, nothing fancy for right now, but it's going to work. And then I've got the beacon set up for the digging that I had to do, and I also marked off, you can see a column or a pillar right there, and a pillar right there, and then I've got 2 more, and I marked off the area where I either need to light up or remove any spawnable areas. So that's going to have to happen later, but the farm is actually working. So, and I put on some frostwalker boots just to get around. That didn't work. How come that didn't work? Oh, maybe because I jumped off. Let's see. There we go. All right. So let me just show you guys really quickly. We'll run around the farm so you get an idea of what it looks like from the back. And then I'll show you the temporary collection system, and we'll talk about next steps. So I didn't enclose this back area just because I think it kind of looks cool and industrial. Still want to do a little bit more to dress up the farm, maybe put some vines on it. I need to clear out our chests and everything here, but for now it works. So let me just drop down in here, and I'll show you guys what I've got set up down here. Long term, we won't have to come down here at all. We're going to hook this up to our base, but I just wanted to make sure that the farm was actually working. So and it is. So let me just show you guys really quick. Here is our fall channel, hoppers, pretty basic setup, and going into this chest for right now. And so I was AFK. This is probably maybe 2 hours, so the rates aren't very good right now. I definitely need to get some things lit up, go caving, light up as many caves as I can find. But for right now, what I want to do is get a system in place to get this stuff flowing over to the base rather than collect it here. So I think I'm going to get some materials together, and we will work on that. We need to set up a dropper system here to dispense items into the water channel as witches die and items come through the hopper. So I've started just a quick tunnel here heading towards our base, and I thought I would just walk you guys through the redstone part of this, and then we'll probably just do maybe a time lapse for the water channel part of it. I'm not going to have you guys on for that, or maybe I'll just bring it back if I find an interesting cave or something. I can hear a zombie somewhere close by, so I know there are some caves around here I still need to light up. But in any case, let's get started with this. What we want to do is dig a few blocks out here, and I think I want to go down even one more here, because we're going to have a dropper facing down. This is going to be ice in here, like so, and then we'll put water in there, and then on this side, coming out of that dropper, we're going to have a comparator. We can remove that block, and then a repeater, a block, blocks coming over, and then we're going to run the redstone signal back over to the top, whoops, of the dropper like that, and then also down like so with redstone running like that, and then it will run until empty. So if I put back here in this hopper, if I put the 7 redstone in here, it's going to run, and as soon as the last item is through, it's going to shut off. So it's not running all the time. And then what we want to do is just put another ice block in here and break it, and we've got our water channel. So that's it. Pretty basic redstone, but it'll work well. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started on running our ice channel, and I will bring you guys back once that's done, or we'll do a time lapse here, but we will see. All right, guys. All right, so the sun's going down, and I wanted to give you guys a quick look. I'm going to turn this sound down. That nether portal is going to be too loud. Okay, so there we go. So we're up on that AFK platform above the witch farm, and I just wanted to give you an idea of what it looks like from up here and the work still to be done in regards to lighting things up. So I've started, and it's pretty tough to tell, but like I've got my crosshairs on the marker where I need to light up. So I've got that part pretty much done, and this side for the most part, the pillar's right there. So I've got a little bit in that area back there to do, and maybe a little bit back here, and then on this side the pillar's right there. So I'm gonna actually remove, I think, this peninsula. I mean, I've started digging it out, so I'm gonna remove that, maybe light up a little bit along there, and then this back side is pretty much, there's nothing there. So that's the first step, and then I need to get down and do some caving and light up underneath. But it's a good start, and it should help improve the spawn rates. There's a ravine right there that I've got to get into, and you can see that the farm is directly below. I still got to clean up my bed and everything down there, but it's a good start, and as I do that, it's going to improve our rates vastly. But you saw what we got from AFKing without much of that done. I started doing this portion this morning. So the AFK that I did last night was without any of that lit up. So just doing what I've done so far should improve it quite a bit. But I think we'll finish this up and then AFK for a while and see what we get. Alright, so we're down at the bottom of our base where our slime chunks and our iron golem farm kind of all come together. And I just wanted to show you, I finished the water stream for our witch farm, and so it drops down from above right at the end of this tunnel and then comes together with this water stream connected from that side of the slime farm and then runs under like everything else does. And so for right now it's just collecting back here with the iron and the slime, and I AFK last night for about 7 hours, and so this minus obviously the poppies and the slime and iron is what we got. So the rates aren't great yet, but I haven't done anything in terms of lighting stuff up, so I need to get up and light up the surface and go caving and light that up, and that should improve these rates pretty dramatically. So but it's a good start, and so I think what I'm going to do is get up there and start lighting things up, and then we'll go from there. And obviously, if this is just temporary again, I think after we finish the witch farm, we're going to have to start really thinking about where our permanent storage area and the rest of our base is going to be somewhere up above. So I am going to move on to that, and I'll bring you guys back later. Alright guys, so as you can see behind me, I've started kind of landscaping around the witch farm. Eventually I kind of want it to feel like it's a building that was abandoned because it was too dangerous, so I'm going to go back through and put in some crack block and do a little bit more landscaping. But this is going to be it for this episode. I've done a bunch of caving, and I would say that I've probably got most of the surface taken care of, so the rates are up. I still got some caving to go, and like I said, some more landscaping, but that'll have to be for another time. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would appreciate any kind of comments you've got. Positive, there's a witch right behind us, there we go. Any comments, positive or negative, I would really love the feedback so I can improve the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I would please ask you to consider subscribing for future videos. Okay guys, have a great day. Thank you very much.